this walk's starting a little bit differently. We're starting with a coffee. So cheers. Might finish with one as well. I'm sure we will. So where are we? We're in Derbyshire. We're in Pioneer Nature Reserve at Kirkcallam.
Which is in Derbyshire?
Which is in Derbyshire, just outside Ilkeston. So we've come a little bit further afield today, haven't we, for a walk. Yeah. But again, it's got a little bit of history to tell you about in a bit, so we'll have a wander and tell you more in a while. We do like our trees, especially when they're old. Is it? No. Oh, Matt. No. Now. He's a wimp, isn't he? You are. Show him how it's done, babe. Well, that's one way of getting through you, babe. What a wimp he is. It's nice to see the dog rows out. So we've come out of the nature reserve, the Pioneer Nature Reserve, but what were you saying about? I was reading on the notice board, it said it was purchased from British Steel. All this land around belonged to British Steel. Alright.
It said it was purchased in 1950 something or other. So turned into a nature reserve.
And we came over the little bridge back there, and this is Sow Brook, I believe. So Rum's desperate to get his feet wet. But we're carrying on around the fields. Sort of on the outskirts of the nature reserve, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they found the water. The usual 3 suspects are in. And the usual, oh, I'm not getting my feet wet, isn't.
Water's only for drinking.
I could do both, says Bay. Oh, I get wet feet. So it just comes to a bit of a road, so floor pack have gone on the leads. We've got ponds. Really? And then just down here there's another bigger pond. This is a fishing pond. So we've not brought the dogs down to this bit because people are fishing and we don't want to disturb them. Right, let's get back to the walk. So just coming off the road for a sec to a gate. Over there, it's quite a built up area. And again, a bit of that old and the new, old and modern. Over there, not sure if you'll be able to pick it up. There's a new wind turbine. But if we bear left, just up there, and I don't think you'll be able to see it, where that green van, if you can see that, has just gone past. On the hill there, there's a windmill. I'll have to find out more about that windmill because I'm not sure. Not a lot of traffic noise, quite a quiet road. That's a large clump of buildings over there is actually Ilkeston. Quite a large town. And where Keith used to teach at a secondary school there. And he used to cycle there from Nottingham daily. Back in the day.
Okay. Looks like several paths meet here. We're following the top one, the circular walk one. There's the Mid-Shires Way and a few other paths. So.
Just over there, will you be able to see clearly? There's an archway, and that's the remains of an old abbey.
Dale Abbey.
Dale Abbey. We'll tell you a little bit more about that if we get closer, which we should be able to do. And keeping the dogs on the leads because there's some cattle here.
Yeah. I think it's up here somewhere that we need to go for the cave. I was reading that this is an ancient woodland with, what did I say, lime, oak, ash and beech.
Yeah,
all the British, English trees, yeah. So it's nice that pockets of ancient woodland still remain.
This woodland is one of the main objectives of why we've come on this walk today. It's called Hermit's Wood.
We need to go up these steps this way. And that looks like a bumblebee's nest, and one's on my neck. Go on, go on. No, it's not.
Gone down here.
No, it was the tag. Yes, it wasn't a bumblebee, it was a rucksack. But, this is one of the
So if you ever had a dream that told you to do something, and then you went ahead and made it happen, well, that's why we brought you here, Hermit's Cave. Go and have a look. So around 11:30, a baker from Derby called Cornelius had a dream. In his dream, the Virgin Mary told him to go to a place called Deepdale, somewhere he'd never heard of, and to go and live and worship God. He asked around and eventually came upon Deepdale, which was no more than the marshland in the valley, with some sandstone up above. So he climbed up and started to hollow out the sandstone, and he lived here for 20 years. Now, originally it was divided into two parts, or so they think. One part where he lived and another part for worship. And a cross, which has now been painted, was carved into the wall, so it's believed there was some kind of altar here where he would kneel and worship. And then there are peepholes for him to look out. And there was also a niche where he placed a candle when he was worshipping.
could be there.
Which was probably here, or up there, or maybe both. No one knows for sure. I think someone wants to settle here.
Are you going to become a hermitage? No.
A hermit.
A hermit.
And although they can't be sure, they think that he kept animals as well, which were sheltered in a lean-to, a wooden lean-to of some kind that came out here at the front. But imagine living here for 20 years. It is actually very sheltered. Now, whether the view was better or not back then, we won't know. I'm sure it probably was. Or if it wasn't, I'm sure he probably cleared it so you could see out. Around 1150, the hermit moved down the hill and he built an oratory, or a small private chapel, and that had living accommodation on the site of Dale Abbey Church. Hey, hey. Good girl. a good game, isn't it?
I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do that? Oh, what's he like, Bay? So on the next part of the walk, we're going to head to the site of Dale Abbey Church and have a look at that. Nice with buttercups.
It is. Lots of buttercups.
And did you do the old thing when you were a kid with your mum?
We did.
Don't know whether this is just a
Old wives'
British
tale.
old wives' tale, but you're supposed to hold it under your chin.
Yeah.
And if your chin shines, it means you like butter.
Yeah.
But I don't need to know that because I know I like butter. So we're just heading towards the churchyard now. And this is a really interesting little bit of history.
So this is All Saints Church in Darley Abbey. It's unusual because it used to house not only the church but a house and a pub all under the same roof, and part of the church dates back to 1150s, so it's quite an old, more or less medieval church.
This is when he moved down here, wasn't it, the Hermit?
Yeah.
Set it up as a church.
And the guide we've got says, and contains many unusual features, but it doesn't elaborate on any of those, so I don't know what they are.
Not sure how, there again I suppose it's not Methodist. I would say how a pub ties in with a church.
Certainly not Methodist.
Nice building though.
Yes.
Let's go and have a look around. I don't think we'll be able to get in. A memorial for the Great War of 1914 to 1919.
Again, another memorial that's got 1919 on it rather than 1918.
Yeah. The latest people who are engraved on it died in 1918. But a small village, a lot of names.
Yes.
That's very old glass, isn't it? Left the dogs down there for a sec while we just have a quick look round. Some very old graves.
Another door, I assume it's locked. Possibly because of what's going on around the world at the moment.
I would think that's probably the reason. I can't really think it's for vandalism around this area.
I noticed the gravestone over there, 1700 and something. Ooh, obviously some of the older gravestones.
1797.
Millie Freckleton. That's a northern name.
It is, isn't it? Freckleton. And William and Mary Freckleton. They're all very, well, a lot of Derbyshire names, to be honest. I mean, Hollingsworth is a Derbyshire name. Grundy. What a peaceful place, though. Now, another part of the walk that we want to take you to. Again, you can see the arch just up there. So we're going to get closer to that and tell you a little bit more. And one more name that's on this memorial is from the Second World War. Just the one name.
I didn't tie one tour and rum up quite as evenly as you. The tour's being pulled through the seat.
So this is all that remains of Darley Abbey.
Hi Neil. Hello.
So these are the remains of Dale Abbey. So the Hermit moved down here and the village was established. It was known as Deepdale, but when the Abbey was built, the name changed to Dale Abbey. The Abbey itself was established in August 1204, which is when the village got its name. It was disestablished some 300 years later in 1538 during the dissolution of the monasteries. And another interesting fact, whether it's true or not, is it's said that one of Robin Hood's men, Alan a Dale, got married here at the Abbey.
Up until its dissolution in 1538, the Abbey owned 24,000 acres of land, so a huge area around here. And legend tells of knights in armour and hidden treasure still to be found. Come on.
Nice village. Some nice old buildings. Very quiet. I always think it's a nice village when you've got one of these seats in the middle around an old tree. Normal times would have probably stopped here for coffee, because we've just seen a sign that says it is a coffee house. What a shame that we can't. The Friar's House. I think it'll be a takeaway coffee somewhere.
That's a big one.
It is, isn't it?
Somewhere around.
Ooh.
Somewhere around here we passed the track of a narrow gauge railway, so it might be this little dip here. I don't know.
Looks like it might have been, but
a tramway, Stantondale tramway, so which fell into disuse in the early 20th century, so could have been around here somewhere.
Not bad, is it really?
Sorry?
It's not bad. Slap bang between two cities, Nottingham and Derby, and you've got this.
And you always think of Ilkeston as the
say it politely.
Well, fairly heavily industrial area. I suppose this was when all the industry was around here.
Yeah, I mean, as we said earlier, steel works and, well, British Steel.
Yeah.
So the tramway, I presume, was for carrying load from there, or?
Yeah.
You happy now, Keith? See some beehives.
I'm happy seeing some beehives. And a nuke, which is a small hive, really just with a few frames in. A nucleus of a hive. And I don't know what chicks they are shouting. Oh, what a disappointment for rum. No water in the stream. So he takes the bridge. You can't pass on a bridge. That's just about it, isn't it?
Yeah, nice walk.
We're just coming back to Kirkcallam. And yes, it has been a nice walk.
What she's saying, just about 4.5 miles.
Yeah. So we're going to pick up a road in a minute or two, and that'll drop us back down to the Pioneer Nature Reserve, where we parked the car when we started this walk. It's been a lovely day.
It has. Really nice, not too hot.
No.
Breeze around.
Yeah, a nice circular walk. And so, as I say, we're heading back to the roads now and just dropped that back down through Kirkcallam. So,
gotta go and find a coffee somewhere.
Must be a coffee time. And see you soon.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Go on, babe. Go on now, in the back. Come on, babe. Go on. Go on. Take a run. Go on. Good girl. Oh, here we go.
Mind your feet.